But we're starting a brand new sermon series next Sunday called Grace and Truth. In this series, we are going to join the conversation that's already happening around the world today concerning faith, sexuality, and gender. We're leaning heavily into the LGBT conversation. And just so you're aware and kind of for the record, while we will get into what we believe and why we believe it, this series is not about making statements or declaring our position. It's not as much about our position in what we believe as it is our posture towards all people, including LGBT people, whether we believe the same things or live the same way or not. We should know what we believe and why, and we're going to get into that. But more importantly is how should we respond with what we believe. There are some invite cards on every single chair, and I would love for you to take one of those invite cards, take one of the social media invites that we're putting online this week, and invite someone or many someones to come with you to this series. On the back of the card gives you a little outline of the subjects we'll be addressing each week. The series is only 4 weeks long, so we are literally touching the surface of all of these subjects, and we're going to dive deeper into the conversation in many of our small groups. So the majority of our small groups are doing a 10-week small group study that will kind of dive deep into 10 different conversations around faith, gender, and sexuality. If you've not signed up for a group yet, not all of our groups are doing Grace Truth, but most of them are, and we'd love for you to get connected into a group and take your faith to the next level. We believe it will do that. It's not too late to sign up. You can stop by the small group table out in the lobby. You can go to our website, elementchurch.life, or the Next Steps wall out there as well. And I think we should all be a part of a group, regardless of whether we were doing this series or not. If you are an LGBT person, or you know someone who is, that might want to be a part of the small group study, but you're looking for a more confidential or kind of a private group where you can share about yourself and maybe about what you believe with some confidentiality, we started a group just for you. So I'm leading it personally. It's 100% confidential. No one other than those who are in the group will know that you are even in there, and we're not listing it publicly or anything. So if you want information on the day and time and place of that group, you can email me directly, Pastor Jeff at elementchurch.life. That will come straight to me. No one else will see your email if you're interested in that. Lastly, if you are an LGBT person or you're planning on inviting someone who is, we all need to understand something, okay? Some of what we believe and what we will teach in this series or in the study, it might cause an LGBT person to feel offended or to feel as if they're being attacked. And I understand if that's how you would feel in that scenario. So let me say again, everything we teach in this series is going to be done with a tone of radical love and mercy and compassion and grace that Jesus modeled for us, while at the same time standing on what we believe to be a relevant truth. I don't want anyone showing up for the series feeling as if this were some kind of bait and switch to get them in the doors. We need to understand that. And if you're going to invite someone, you might want to share the same sentiment with them as well, especially if you're friends with them. And then also, we will not tolerate any bullying, condemning, dehumanizing, or criticizing someone for what they believe or how they choose to live out what they believe, right? Like if that happens, I want to know about it because I want to deal with that in our church if that happens. I would urge all of us to make it a priority to be here for the series, every week of the series, get plugged into a small group and listen. We're not all going to agree on every detail. That's impossible. We're just not going to do it. We will not all embrace the same conclusion, but we can embrace one another. And that's what I'm praying for, amen? That we embrace one another even in the disagreements that we have. So that starts next Sunday, February 3rd.